What's going on? Welcome to Tech with Sean. Today we're taking a look at a mouthful of a laptop, the MSI GE63 8RE Raider RGB. Okay, so this thing usually goes for about $1,400 or so, but now that they're closing out all the Pascal stuff, it's going for like $1,200 to $1,300, and it stacks up pretty well against other things in the similar price range. Like a lot of the other laptops out there, it has an i7 8750H paired with the GTX 1060 6GB. This one has 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 256 gigabyte NVMe drive, and then a 1 terabyte 7200 RPM storage drive. This particular model has a really nice display. It has the 15.6 inch 120 Hz screen. This is what MSI calls their wide view panel, and it has exceptional viewing angles for a TN. It has really good side-to-side angles, and it looks good from above. From below is really the only area where the color washes out, like you would think of from an off-angle TN monitor. As far as the construction of the laptop, it's built pretty well. The top is a metal finish, and so is the top of the deck inside where the keyboard is, but then it's plastic on the bottom. The battery sits in the rear though, so you can't open it with one finger. So if that's a big deal to you, it doesn't pass the one finger test. It has the typical SteelSeries keyboard from MSI with per key RGB lighting. It comes with some different pre-programmed effects, and you can do your own too if you want. It's pretty nice for a laptop keyboard overall. Sometimes the MSI laptops can be really hard to get in and service. This one wasn't too bad. Basically, you just had to remove the screws on the back. Don't forget the one under the warranty sticker. And after that, it pops off pretty easily. Once you're inside it, you have access to your 2 memory modules as well as your 3.5 inch drive bay if you want to change that up. There's also another NVMe slot. It has pretty capable I/O. You have the Kensington lock, a regular RJ45 jack. You have a HDMI port, mini display port, USB, and then you have the USB-C. It has separate microphone and headphone jacks. Then on the right side you have the power plug, 2 regular USBs, and a card reader. It has your typical kind of black and red gamer-y styling and the big MSI dragon on it. But other than that, it's kind of just looks like a regular laptop. Other than the fact that it has crazy RGB everywhere. So this thing's a beast. It has the crazy RGB keyboard like a lot of the MSIs do. But then it also has the big, on the cover you have 2 basically RGB LED strips. And those can go along with the pre-programmed effects, or you can set custom colors for those too. Performance-wise, it did pretty good, but it did get really hot. We're talking over 90 degrees or so. So for day-to-day usage, I have the 4 through 6 core boost clocks turned down a little bit, and that lets me still get good performance while keeping the temperatures parked more in the low to mid 80s. Not only is this better, just for the longevity of the system, but doing this keeps the fans from spinning up as high under the standard profile. And with the boost turned down a little bit, it is very quiet for a gaming laptop. Even when I'm playing something like Far Cry, it's much, much quieter than anything I've experienced from similar gaming laptops. I don't have a professional sound setup or something that measures the decibels, but I'll try to put an example in here to show you with the boost clocks at regular and with them turned down a little bit what the difference in sound is like. The throttling and temperature issues are pretty much par for the course with every 8750H that I've seen though. None of them stay really cool unless it's a stupid thick laptop that you don't really want to carry around with you. It says it has the 4 giant speakers and 2 subwoofers, but it's kind of just an average sound for a laptop. There's definitely some gaming laptops with better speakers, but there's also a lot of them with worse. But I wouldn't go into it expecting it's going to be having some big stereo on your desk, because at the end of the day, it's still some laptop speakers. Overall, it's a pretty good performer. I've noticed less random dips and drops than I have with other similar laptops. With the undervolt and the clocks turned down just a little bit, it's one of the quieter laptops that I've used for gaming, and it has one of the best displays too. Even though this is a TN panel, it's almost 100% of the sRGB color gamut. So you see all the details in the games and you don't feel like you're missing out on one of these like budget tier ones where everything's kind of dingy and blurry. Everything's just super crisp and vivid, and the color has really good saturation to it. And if you get a chance, I'd highly recommend you check one out in person because it's kind of mind-blowing for a TN panel actually. So yeah, overall the MSI GE63 8RE Raider RGB that just rolls off the tongue every time. But I think it's a really capable laptop, and if you can find it at a good price as these Pascal ones are getting marked down, I think you're going to be really happy with it. The panel is just amazing when you're sitting in front of it playing, and I think it's going to work good for you. Thanks for watching along. Give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.